Hey Erwin, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing fine on this Monday. We only made one entry. Well, one is better than none, right? Just gonna wait a few couple more minutes, as always. That's better than none. Very good. If you have some ideas, I would like to know. You know, some new ideas for the weekly. Maybe some random items, some random stuff. It's always welcome. Yeah. Let me know what do you think. It's always good to have some shared ideas of different people, you know. Yeah, just some random items would be nice. Something with construction. Hey Dara, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing fine on this Monday. Mechanic. You know, I think what we're looking for is something that doesn't require hard surface modeling. Something more organic or more round shapes. Vegetables. I think that would be a good one. Vegetables, and then we're going to need to have some vegetables. Not sure a vegetable week will be nice and colorful. How about we start off today with bell pepper. It can be either green, yellow or red. Carrots. You have all kinds of carrots in different colors. Onions, you have in different kind of colors. Onions. Oh boy, that's loud. A little softer there. Okay. What else? pumpkin, garlic, an eggplant, and then for day number 7 something more difficult. How about lettuce? Lettuce is very difficult. Lettuce. Hey, welcome to the stream, Johnny. Hope you're doing fine on this Monday. So for next week we have vegetables, bell pepper, carrots, onion, pumpkin, garlic, eggplant and lettuce. Alright, very good. It's gonna be a colorful and probably not tasty week. But it's good to do some different things between in hard surface modeling. We will start off in 4 minutes. And yeah, by the way, also welcome Murafa. Thank you up yesterday. What's your Discord name? My Discord name is JB Business. If you want to join this Discord, then you can join up via Grand Abbott. You join up here, or I can send the link and you can join the You're welcome to join the competitions. We have the announcements, we have the rules, we have the entry channels, live streams, winners ranking, and of course if you have questions there is an on-topic chat. You can always ask questions about the competitions. If you want to join up, make sure to read the announcements. Make sure you read the rules. And make sure you post it in the right entry channel. You're welcome. Alright, 2 more minutes and then we're gonna start. I have nothing planned for Friday just yet. I do want to do something different, more for the beginners, because to follow along got lesser and lesser interest, so I'll have to think of something else fun for Friday. But for this Friday I have nothing planned just yet. So I have to think of something new. For tomorrow there will be the extra competition, which takes 1 month. For tomorrow we have Western, and I believe we have 2 entries for now. Maybe more will pop up later when the stream will start. We have 2 very amazing entries. Gonna have a little bit of a busy 2 weeks, so yeah, it's gonna be a little messy for me. I'm going to need to make new thumbnails for the competitions on my channel. I'm going to need to write a little description for the 30 minutes explaining exactly what it's all about. Yeah, I'm going to need to think something for Friday, but it might take a little while because I'm gonna get a little bit busy. I'm going to need to do stuff in the house. I'm going to need to clean out my PC for the upcoming weeks. My birthday will be next week also. Within 3 weeks I'm going to need to move over some stuff for this house, like furniture. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit busy with cleaning, moving, renewing, stuff like that. Yeah, thank you, Frank. Nice entry into the stream there. Very good. Man, they really need to fix the volume slider of the YouTube music because it's so sensitive. Yeah, you just made it in time, very good. Seems like your wish is granted that your wife ain't at home. Well, maybe she is, and she just leaves you alone. I hope for that. Alright, with that being said, it's going to be not a long stream as usual, but let's get into it. Last Monday, the subject was to create a coffee machine. The overall theme for the whole week was appliances part 2. I believe that is the last appliances. We still have Hollywood productions, hardware supplies, part 2 and part 3 too. But for the upcoming week we're going to do vegetables. You're locked in the basement, very good. Always a problem solver. So let's take a look at the coffee machine for Monday. Monday is a day that you can use some coffee, and the first one we start off is a simple one of Dara using a nice purple background. I like crazy colors of background, so you've done a good job with that. Even though it's a simple low poly one, it does has some nice shaping in there. It's a very nice simple coffee machine. I like the lid on this, small thingy there to tap out the coffee. An opening, very good. A nice handle, very modeled, not just simple. It still has some detail in it. This is the kind of low poly that I really like always. It looks simple, but it's still some work has been done with it. Now the only thing that I would like to see, but a lot of people seem to do this kind of stuff, making a lot of extra space. Now if you would join up a real competition where you can win something, where you want to get the max amount of beauty out of your render, then try to make your render window something like this, and then it will do a better job. But that's something that I see a lot with people. But very good, I like this. And the only thing that I will say is, if you go low poly style, make sure that it seems like this is very round down here. Just give it a few polys. Yeah, it will look a lot better. If you go all complete low poly, if you go high poly, then you should do everything high poly. But I still like it though. Very good. Then we're gonna go to Burglar coffee machine in my kitchen as close as possible in 30 minutes. Now this is a very high poly model, and I think low poly definitely shouldn't be in here, or either low poly or either high poly. It's a very nice model though. So this is a real life coffee machine. Even though this is a high poly one, it still needs a little bit of bevel here and there. For example, these edges down here are very sharp. Something like that doesn't exist in real life. Even if you would take a knife and you would zoom in with a microscopic machinery, whatever it's called, as you can see that even a knife doesn't have endless sharp edges. So it needs a little bit of a bevel down here, but making this thing in 30 minutes is pretty impressive. It has a lot of smoothness though, that's very nice. I like the side detail down here. Here goes the water in it. Here comes the coffee out, it looks very good. I like the material on this guy. And one thing that would improve the look of the texture also is this down here seems to be stuck together, and when this is stuck together it can make this weird looking deal down here. It is very small, but if you can separate those areas it will look a lot better. I'm going to simply show you something how you can do that. So if this is your coffee type of deal, you add in a loop. So this is the red stuff and this is the metal stuff, like this down here with one loop. You can just select this and then you simply press Y, and when you've pressed Y it's becoming a separate deal here. Of course you need to make sure not everything is selected. When you press Y you move this offside. It's now separate, so then the texture won't look that weird. Of course Berkeley knows that. And when this is separated and you would add in a solidifying for thickness and add a bevel, then you can clearly see now that it's a nice separate area. This makes it very realistic. But then again, 30 minutes is not much, and I think it's pretty impressive, this model down here. I like it. Now I would only say maybe the wooden table could be replaced for something like very dark black. Because you really want to show off your model. The model has a very nice red color. And if you would make the table black, plastic or whatever type of deal, the focus will be more toward this area though. That's more of a personal thing. If you would make a wooden table, then you need to make a realistic type of background with it, so it would fit together. And in this case, this could easily be black. Something like that. It's very nice. And then we're gonna go to TARDIS Blue. No time for proper materials this time. But that's okay. By the look of it, immediately it looks very good. And like I said with the table, like, if you're not gonna go for a realistic background, you don't need a realistic bottom ground, and in this case it's very good. I would only recommend in this case to make the background a little bit darker, just a tiny touch, so yeah, this gray will lesser fade away into the background, this gray here, just a tiny touch. This model here though is very good. And the only thing that I will recommend though is if you go for, in this case, it seems like a lot of high poly, then make sure that this thing down here needs to set on smooth, so it looks smooth. You won't see these edges down here. And the same goes for the button. I can barely see it, but it's visible that there are edges. Only those things need to be set on smooth so that everything is smoothened out. This is a very hard edge. It's not very clear if it has a little bit of bevel or not. There might be a little bit of bevel, I'm not quite sure. In overall, this looks like a very nice model. I really like it. Yeah, and the cup might need a little bit of bevel at the bottom because it looks very flat though. And it also, well, if I look at my own cup, I would say this area is very big, but if I look at my cup right now, it is actually the same amount of space, so that is not a thing. Looks very good. It's a simple model, it works. Johnny says the red one is sharp. It looks like sci-fi overall. And welcome TARDIS Blue to the stream. Hope you're doing fine. You color it too after that. Is one of you? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I like this model. I really like that. So yeah, so just press this on smooth and this one, and then it will look 100% better. Background a little bit darker, just a tiny touch. It won't fade away. Very good. Then we have one of Alma's I have always been saying, if you're going to add a plane or something like that, scale it out on the outside. Then also maybe in this case it would be nice to, you know, just cut it like that. Just a little bit like this. You know, you see that when it touches the outside, it looks a lot better already than, you know, having these gaps down here. But the coffee model itself, let's take a good look at that. I'm going to scale this out as far as possible. It is a low poly one. It could use a little bit lesser polys though, just a tiny amount lesser. What I find a nice amount for these buttons, like these ones down here, is between 8 and 12. And when you go bigger, you're gonna go for about 16. But don't go too high, because then it almost looks like a high poly. Let me take a good look at that. Like this guy has a nice amount of polys down here. That looks very good. I like the little light display thingy down here. With these several buttons to regulate on and off. You got a button on top on the handle, which is very good, because when you press the handle, the lid will go open. So that's a nice detail. I like that. Anything else is very simple. Very good. And I wonder how this thing looks when the material is not that shiny though. But that's, everyone has a different taste on how shiny low poly should look like. And overall it's a very nice model. I really like this one. Only a little bit too much polish though. And then we're gonna go to creation by Chris. Used this entry to experiment with transparent layers, glass, water, air bubbles, and totally failed. Oh boy. Say, how do I scale it up again? I click the scroll wheel. Frank says, my only problem with it is the cups look like it joined to the machine. Yeah, that is why I said that this cup needs some bevel down here at the bottom. Because I had the idea too, or that the cup is, you know, like put into the coffee machine, so it's, I don't know, tight or something, more robust. But very good. That's a good comment there. You got the coffee machine on your floor? Well, it's not completely true. The reason why I think about floor is just the way how the wood looks. But I had to think about the kitchen in the last house where I lived. And it was also a little bit like this kind of wood, or at least it looked like little planks. But it was super tiny. The coffee machine itself. That's a very high model though. You should hope that it doesn't fall over. A little bit of bubbles there. I like how you've added the cable with it. Very nice detail. Cabling isn't the easy thing to do, or at least to make it look natural. But I think it worked out very well. The bubbles don't look too bad though. But I see what you mean, that it kinda failed down here because it's barely visible. But these bubbles down here look very good. Got some nice plastic-ish material on this one. It is not too bad though. Where's the skirting board? What is a skirting board? Let me Google that. Skirting. Oh, that kind of stuff. You mean this down here, right? Dora. Yeah, in overall, I like this this type of model. It doesn't look too bad though. It does look like a little bit too very long, that it feels like it could tip over if you're not careful with it. But that's all. Points for the cable though, and for the material. I see Bucklemere, welcome to the stream, and I'll see you later. I hope you're doing fine, by the way. Alright, and then we're gonna go to Ray Studio, because I like to go weird and even more weird. You will never find this kind anywhere. Well, weird is not too bad of a thing. There are a lot of people around the world who likes to buy weird stuff, and they like to pay a lot of money for it, so going weird isn't always a bad thing. Straight away, I like the handle on this guy. Very arty, very shapy, and that's very good. You got the lid like a separate object, or it looks like a separate object. You got some nice flows in here. It's not too bad of a model though. And you got a heating plate here. There are two things that I would say that need to be a little bit different. First of all, it needs a little bit of thickness, because you can see it's very thin down here. So just add a solidify to give it some simple thickness. And this button here, I rather would say make it like a round button rather than an oval button. But the modeling overall doesn't look too bad. It's not too weird. It has its own unique style though. Yeah. Glad to see a good entry there. The only thing that I would say, yeah. Solidify, round button. I think it will look a lot better. But an overall very good model there. Then we're gonna go to Bucklemere. And there is straight away one thing I do like already. And that is the cable, which in essence that old school type of curly deal, which is a little bit through the floor, but I'm not gonna be too harsh on that. This reminds me of an old cell phone. That was before the time of mobile phones and before the time of Justin Bieber. For the young people here. There is this type of deal. Apparently they still sell them. But it's that type of deal there. That's where it reminds me of. So yeah, thank you for reminding me of the back to the old ugly days. This was your mobile phone back in the days. This big ass thing. Yeah, very good. And with that being said, this is not a coffee machine. This is a water cooker. And wasn't this also a water cooker? I think it is, right? Yeah, and this too. Oh boy, I forgot to announce that we are on different models though. So yeah, water cooker, very good. Water cooker, also very good. And this one is also water cooker. I was like, how can you make coffee with this thing? It's a nice simplified model with an old school cable onto it. I like that. The water is bubbling a little bit. It's only a little bit of a mess down here with whatever is going on. I know kind of what's going on down here. That's because it's a circle, and a circle you need to do something special in order to close it off properly in the middle, or else you're going to get this stretch it out type of deal down there. This background fades it a little bit in here, so I would say just use a different kind of background. You can also just go with a lot of white in here. It would fit very nice with the black and the bluish deal of water there. And make this cable black too. But nonetheless, this wood is very nice though. It almost looks like the wood on my desk. Nice material, I like it. Here we say water heater. Oh, that's okay too. You heat the water, right? Kettle, yeah, it's like, you know, you have Americanish and you have British. I'm not gonna be bothered with doing the correct only British or only Americanish. For me it's just a water cooker. Very good. And then we're gonna go to a toaster. I don't know what the toaster is called in English. British English, I have to say. This first one, what I really like in here is the color combination of orange and blue, which is a very, very good idea. Orange and blue, it's just perfect. It gets used a lot when you do hot stuff and cold stuff, or in this case, just as color combination, it works perfectly. I like the material of this toaster. I like the model of this material, and also this little thing down here. Toaster is toaster in English, okay. I like the light that comes out here, looks very hot. Also points for the cable, very good. Always an extra touch. The bread looks a little bit out of place, I would say. I wonder how this picture would look like without the bread, or just stick the bread inside the toaster. But then again, food is difficult to do. Make it look realistic, or at least match up with your toaster. But the toaster itself, I like it a lot. I would like to have one of these in my home. Erwin says this bread texture seems a little bit scaled. That could be. It's very bumpy. It needs to be, I think, a little bit more flatter. And yeah, maybe a little bit more dark brown. And this one needs to be a little bit more black, and this one needs to be a little bit more brown. If it's the toaster, I think it's amazing. I freaking love it. The bread, yeah, it looks like it's for the ducks. Alright, then we're gonna go to Berkelmere. He says retro toaster with an oval dial. He went for some purple too, kind of purple-ish, with some fancy blue. It's a nice model though. I wish there was a little bit more light coming from this side in order to light up this part of the panel. I do like the texture in here, or whatever you've been using for this. You got a brand name on it. That's always good. And wanted to say, it seems like that this doesn't have any thickness, but it definitely has a lot of thickness. You just need to look at this angle, for example. You see that it has a lot of thickness. It's very thick. You got this part separated, which is very good, makes it more realistic. You can see a little bit of the inside, which is very good. Get numbers on them. Buttons. Yeah, simple but very good. Almost looks like a heating element or something. A little boxy, yeah. Welcome to the stream, Chris. Hope you're doing fine. Then we're gonna go to Olmas. Olmas made a model. I don't know why. I have to think about Donald Duck straight away for whatever reason. Yeah, in this case the bread does fit with the model. The same kind of material. Yes, that is very good. It's simple. Definitely low poly with some smoothness. I wonder how this model look when it doesn't have any smoothness, but it's just flat. Since the bread is also flat. Not too bad, it is simple as it is. And maybe the toaster can use some little feet underneath, so that it would lift up a little bit from the table. That's the only thing that I'm missing. Yeah, and of course a cable, but that's just extra. Maybe this thing works on batteries or... but it's nice. Very good. You're all fine. That's very good to hear. But Berkamir is off. Thank you for saying hello. Hope to see you tomorrow with the extra competition. Music. There we go. I need my own DJ. And then we're gonna go to Raf with more time. This could be better. Now the funny thing is, I've been, I keep an eye out on the chat now and then. And people were actually mentioning, I believe with this one, that the bread looks too large for the toaster. Maybe a little. The toaster itself, yeah, might need to be a little larger, but anything else, I think it looks very good. I don't know if it's the denoiser making this material look like a little bit glittery type of deal. Yeah, but I like the material on this one. It seems to be very smooth on this one though, but on here it seems a little glittery or whatever it's called. I like the different lights on here. One simple round button. And this thing to put it down. It has some feet, so that's very good. Yeah, this machine is a little bit off because one side is getting burnt and the other side nice and toasty. That is a word, by the way. Very good. It's elongated. As simple as it is, I like it. Very good. Simple background with it. And a nice perfect render. So also points for that. Then we're gonna go to Redbeard. Ooh, Space Toast, he says. Let me just straight away scale this out. Get over here, please. There we go. Space Toaster, because why not? Elon Musk, whatever his last name is, he shot a car into space, so why not shooting a toaster into space? It's a very simple model. It is low poly though. Then again, I would say, you know, if you go low poly, very much low poly, don't smoothen it out unless it is a model for a game. Then it might work different though. There's a very big button, a place for some bread. It has a cable. And maybe the cable needs a little bit thicker though, unless this cable is already going around for 50 meters and this is like the end of the 50 meters, so then it will look small. There's definitely not a European block down here. I like the orange with blue, fits in very nice. And why space? Well, why not, right? It is a very good thing for the reflection though. Works. Yeah, I wonder how this model looks when it's just flat instead of smooth. As I look at this, it looks like a robot head. Yeah, could be. Could be. Then we're gonna go to spatula. The first one is of Outmind. Outmind went all hail Spatulord, ruler of all spatulas. And I got some air stuck in my throat. He went a little bit nuts. I don't know, he'd been drinking or using drugs. Or he just has a creative mind. Yeah, that's definitely a spatula. He kept it simple, so why not making a character out of it? I like the little, those little knobs down here. I know it's used to, I believe, to keep the metal in here, and then these little knobs are heated up. And then I believe with a hammer it's smashed so it will be tightly into the hole of the wood and in the hole of the metal. I believe that is how it works. It is simple, it is very characteristic. Very good. Alright, then we're gonna go to Berklemere. We are loyal subjects. Great Spatulord. It's not like that I might have started a trend there, which is always nice when people do that. I did it last week with the hamburger. Yeah, very good. Frank is gonna go. His wife got loose from the basement. You better go back to your seat there. Thank you for being here, Frank. Yeah, what I like about this spatula is the material on this one. It looks like scratches, or that is just the way how aluminium works or metal. The background is green. It looks a little bit like leather or something. I don't know what it exactly is. It's something different for once. This one has a little bit of simplistic material. Once again, I like the little knob here to hold the material together. Very good. Yeah. Maybe it could use a little bit of a bevel down this edge here, because if you have some pans, you don't want to scratch the pan with your tools, right? Alright, bye bye. Okay, very good. And then we're gonna go to the Ninja Raccoon. Not exactly 30 minutes, but more like 45-ish. 40 is really the border there. I have to be strict. It's a shame that the render is small. Now in this case it doesn't matter too much because it's just a simple object. I do have to say that the background is a little bit distracting though. Also the white-ish down here doesn't fit in with the what's supposed to be chromy grayish. It's a little bit distracting. Just keep the background simple. I would like to know how this render looks like when the background is just totally blacked out and we just see a nice red and chromy model here. I do want to say that the model looks on point though. It has a nice angle where to hold it and where you can flip your egg, bacon, whatever you're making. Yeah, it looks good. Oh boy, then we're gonna go to Creation by Chris. Medieval is the weekly competition subject, which is through. If you're looking for a competition to join in, you have until Wednesday to do something with Medieval. It can be something simple, it can be something big. Everything is appreciated. Yes. This is what you get when you're planning your project and see that the 30-minute subject is spatula. Modeling is within the time limit, but I had some trouble with my hand-painted wooden texture. Total time 40 minutes, that's very good. That is just within the borders. Even if it's 41 minutes, just say 40 minutes, you know. You can do hard about it, but yes. That's a very nice model. I really like the wood, man. It looks very good. Until this curly thing, it looks a little confusing, or at least for me it does. Alright, it doesn't have to be for you. But I freaking love the material when it's going down until the curly thing again. I love the rope material, looks very nice. I also like the ring material, looks very nice. Then again, the wood on this looks absolutely stunning. The material of the spatula looks very nice. Now I only have to say what I'm seeing right now is that these things are a little bit too thin. Give it a little bit more thickness. A lot more thickness. I would almost say give it the half of this thickness down here. Then it would look absolutely perfect. It's too thin. Again, those knobs, very good. Now the only thing that I can imagine, I have seen it with bows, that if a bow string goes up There would be a little knot sticking out, then the rope would go through the bow. That's just extra. But this thing looks absolutely stunning, especially the wood. The materials are just very nice in this guy. Very good. Except for the thickness there. Music. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you lost a lot of thickness there. Yeah. But a wood material, man, that looks... If that is hand painted, I have to say, wow, it is amazing. I can also like the material on this, the metal-ish parts. Very good. Alright, then we're gonna go to Ray Studio. So what happens here? Let's just say it turned into a weapon. Apparently Erwin was mad on someone. He used it as a weapon and it totally got cracked up. It almost looks like a golf type of deal. Golf stick. One of these things. Oh man, I hate YouTube music. Sliders so much. So sensitive. I like the background with it. This very bluish type of deal fits in perfectly with the chromey metal type of thing. It looks messed up though, so I want to see how this model looks like when it's not broken like that. But points for the light and the background. It looks absolutely very good with it. You say one entry, well you got 2 entries there, Erwin. Yeah, very good. And then we're gonna go to Tyree. Tyree went for a simple white background with a metal slash dark material. We have one of these with this kind of material though. It is very simple. I like the reflection on this one. It's just enough. It looks realistic. It's more of a flat type of deal. Yeah, the edges don't look too hard on this one. There's some nice thickness though, as far as I can see on this part down here. Simple, but it does the job. I also like this little detail down here for no reason at all. Or maybe there is a reason, but I like it. I like details. Johnny says, looks like a picture when you go online to buy an item. Yeah, it could definitely be. It's it would fit in perfectly, now you say so. Definitely. And then we're gonna go to Raf, and Raf went totally ham on the spatula. I like how you have put them up there onto the wall. For each kind of food you got something. This looks almost more like a fork. Or maybe something for a salad, or you know, something that's, yeah. Get one for chicken, one for fish, one for meat, one for eggs, one for pancakes. You enjoyed yourself. It is very simple, but I like it though. Pretty good. Very nice. Don't have anything to change. I mean, the wall fits in well, and this hanging system works well. It's very good. If I don't have too much to say about something, then yeah, it's just very good. Erwin is gonna go too. Sure. Thank you for being here, Erwin, and thank you for joining in. Hope you will join in more. And then we're gonna go to mini vacuum cleaner or a Roomba. And the first one is a creation by Chris. I present Turbo Lux 2021 Typhoon. And this thing looks absolutely stunning. I like green, but I also like how this thing looks like a jet engine or something from an airplane. Yeah, I love the material on this one, looks very good. I like the details down here. You got a brand on this, even though I cannot really see what the brand is called. I like the little helicopter type of legs, if you would. You got a piping, or what is it called, a hose? No? What do you call a flexible pipe? Can't remember anymore. Yeah, it looks very good. Very modeled. I also like the material on this one. Nice, shiny. I just love this material. That looks so good. This thing will have a lot of power. But don't stick anything in it, because it's going to hurt. But very good, man. Absolutely amazing. Good. Alright, then we're gonna go to Berkelmeer. You want mini? You get mini. Tiny sock are the accessory for the man of today. That's very tiny. Take your hand. We got Berkelmeer his hand. Very good. And Chris says it's based on an existing model. They used to have skids instead of wheels. Ah. It's I don't know, man. I just like the way how this model looks like. It is very cool. Yeah, and I just love this green material on here. Mini. It is definitely mini. I guess you can use this for your keyboard or whatever to clean out the parts between in. There's a tiny on and off button. Little engine that will rotate around. I like the transparency stuff where you can see the garbage getting into, so you know it's full or not. I wonder if a mini vacuum cleaner like this would exist though. Yeah, well, don't stick anything in it. I like the way of a creativity here. It's very creative to think of something like mini that you can use for mini type of things. I'm thinking of a keyboard though. Yeah, very good. And points for the hand in order to show how tiny the model is. Very good. And then we're gonna go to TARDIS Blue. Daleks during Quadratine took 45 minutes, so don't bother me. Well, people who are honest, getting a lot of respect, so we're not gonna include this into the winning. Where do I recognize this from, man? It's a robot, right? I have seen this somewhere. I don't know from what. I believe this is the name of it. Yeah, that robot. British science fiction movie, Doctor Who. Wow, that is where it's from. I see. Yeah, the model looks very much on point. Star Wars, very good. I like the color combination here being gray, a little bit creamy. I'm not gonna say yellow, but not orange. Somewhere between yellow, orange, and then a lot of white in there. I don't know what its color is called in English. Yeah, it can clean. It can vacuum around. Simple background, very good. Yeah. Like those little hairs on this guy. And of course a laser weapon to kill bugs and stuff. She outmined. Welcome to the stream, hope you're doing fine. Very nice model. It's only a shame it took you too long to be in the winning, though. But points for the render frame, very good. And then we have one of Outmind saying there is no escape. And Outmind went for a little animation, sucking up whatever that is. Music. Ivory color, yeah. Something like that. What I like about this is that the material is a little bit transparent. It's only a shame it's not transparent enough to see this thing, you know, flying around in it though. But I like how it's transparency. They also seem to have some blur included into this. It is simple. It seems like it does the job, so that's very good. It's a Skittle or an M&M. Or maybe a pill. Need some goggly eyes on it. But very good. Then we're gonna go to waffle makers. The first one is a Berkelmeer. A waffle maker or a tool. I'm not gonna pronounce that because certain things I shouldn't pronounce in English because it sounds very bad. That's what I see. I wanted to say there is something going on with the material, but it seems like its material has been used a lot, which is very good. Very visible down here, looks very nice. I also like this anti-baking material on here, or at least that it not stick, anti-stick type of deal or whatever that is. Got some button on it, off, high and low, very good. Yeah, it is simple, square waffles. I want to make waffles, man. Torture tool, could be too. Don't stick your finger in here, or your pinky or whatever. Yeah, it's old school, it has been used. I wonder how those waffles will look like when they come out of here. Simple, darkish type of background, so the red is going to bang out just enough. And the black in here doesn't fade away. Very good. Nice model. And points for the texturing. Then we have one of Outmind waffles made with love. Alright, almost like a heart shape. I see what you did there. It's a nice simple waffle maker. Oh god, then it's loud, then it's soft and go. I like the combination of background, black, chromey, and then just brown. This background would fit in perfectly if you also had some waffles in here with a little bit light brownish type of deal. So the background is already set for that. It's a nice model. I like how you get like 4 types of waffles out of this to share or eat alone. I like the material on this guy too. Once again, looks like the anti-stick type of deal. Get some legs. Yeah, it's simple. I guess it will work. It's super pointy. Yeah, definitely is. But here's murder. I see. Yeah, very good. And then we're gonna go to creation by Chris, birds or waffle makers. I have too much contrast in mixing the factors, so the roughness of the cast iron gives sparkles, but 30-minute time limit, and for my PC 3 hours to render time. So this is the best I could do. I see what you did there. Very simple waffle maker. Okay, good zooming there. I see what you mean with the birds. So I guess these are the old school things. You pour in your waffle substance and then you just throw it into the fire or whatever. I would only say that these things looks a little bit thin, but it could be me not knowing this model, and maybe this is like a real life type of deal. But it looks like it could use a little bit more thickness though. But anything else, seems like the material on this guy is very nice. I like how much detail there is going on. The squares are not too pointy, which is very good. This has a very nice thickness though. You can hang it up onto the wall. Very old school. Points for the idea though of birds. Very good. Cutting hard shapes out of squared grid is a challenge. You're definitely right about that. This is definitely a challenge. Especially then making the inside squares look even on the outside as well as on the inside. And then the last one is a kitchen weight scale. The first one is of Outmind. He went for a digital weight scale with some color green and red and chromey. Yeah, this big tall type of deal looks quite realistic, I have to say. Looks very good. I like the buttons on this one, very simple. It looks realistic to have this part down here, make it look like separate, which is very good. The bowl has some thickness, very good. I'm only not quite sure if green or red fits together. I'm a lover of green though, so this. I mean, I know you got like a lumberjack blouse with red and green squares on it, I believe. But this model looks very nice, very realistic, very good. The letters are perfect. Johnny says, yeah, they look very good, realistic, very nice. Absolutely. This looks also very good, very realistic. Alright, then we're gonna go to Berkelmeer, and Berkelmeer went for an old school kitchen weight scale. It has a lot of copper, maybe molten metal, iron, whatever it's all called. The first look, it looks old, it looks very mechanical. You got some weights on it, which has different materials, it's very good. Looks like very much on point though. A very nice model. I love the details here and there. Very nice material on this guy. Looks robust. Got some detail down here. Very good down here. Got some depth in here. This is a very good model. Very nice. Yeah, looks very good. I only see here like the texture is a little bit stretched out, but then again 30 minutes is not much in order to make everything perfect always. But very cool model, this, very good, very realistic. Very nice. Now I'm looking at it, I would only say I'm missing like a little dial and like numbers on here to see. But then again, it's old school, so probably the weight is onto this guy, maybe on the bottom of it saying so many grams or something. Yeah, very good. Maybe I'm confused with the human weight scale. but super. And then the last one, but not least, is of creation by Chris. The $1 million kitchen scale was testing some hand-painted PBR materials, 2 different wood materials, and the copper and gold, including surface imperfections. Let's take a look at this $1 million weight scale. It's only a shame that this $1 million weight scale is not scaled up even bigger than this. It's probably very expensive for your computer. It's definitely very different. But I like it though. It's very artistic. I love the curly stuff going on down here, like a very decorative. Also down here, curly stuff down here. I like the color combinations in overall in this picture, which is very good. Nice fancy dial. I'm only not sure if I would like, I don't know, there is something going on, maybe it's just me, probably it's just me. And the combination of colors going on both of these. Maybe it should be one color only, one material I mean. But then again, $1 million is a lot, so. I love the reflection on this guy, it's also very good. Render setting mistake, crop at render area but not just resolution. Johnny says it's Victorian style. Definitely. Now you say it so. Welcome Sergey. You're late, but glad to see you. I hope you're doing fine. Yeah, it's a very fancy model down here. I like that it looks much different from all the other entries, and that's very good, because if your artwork is jumping out from anyone else, then you're doing a good job. It almost looks like a trophy though. Trophy weight scale. Yeah, but it's definitely a thing to talk about, so that is very good. And yeah, the colors in here in overall looks just very appealing. This material looks good too, and I like this material too on there. That looks just very good. Very nice. Keep continuing with your style and stuff, because you're doing a very good job. Also with your other entries. You're doing a good job on materials though, so you're definitely going forwards. And this one too, amazing wooden texture. I freaking love it. Alright, so that were all the entries. There are a couple of entries we should not include. It's time to vote. For the people that just popped on in, for the upcoming week, the subject overall theme is going to be vegetables. For today you're going to make a bell pepper. Tomorrow carrots, then onions, then pumpkin, then a garlic, then an eggplant. And on Sunday the hardest one will be lettuce. I wanted to have something more organic between them. As always, I would like to hear one name which one you like the most, and the first one is a coffee machine. Now be aware, the coffee machines are until the one of Todd is blue. There is 1, 2, 3 coffee machines. Let me know the name of the person you like the model or the artwork the most. I need one name for 1 minute. Ah, man. And the first name is TARDIS Blue. Another TARDIS and another TARDIS. Another TARDIS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 TARDIS. So I don't think he cannot be beaten anymore. So TARDIS Blue, congratulations on winning the coffee machine model. I'm going to save it up right away. Winners 30 minutes. There you go. Very good. And then we're gonna go to the water cooker. And for the water cooker, we have Almas, creation by Chris, Ray Studio, Berkelmere. So those are 4 of them. Let me know which one you like the most. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you gonna go for Almas? Are you gonna go for Creation by Chris? Are you gonna go for Ray Studio or Berkelmere? We have 1 vote for Berkelmere, 1 for Chris, 2 for Chris, 2 for Berkelmere, 3 for Berkelmere, 4 for Berkelmere, 5 for Berkelmere. By the look of the amount of viewers, it will be Berkelmere, 6 for Berkelmere, very good. So the winner of the water cooker is Berkelmere with a fancy curly cable, which is very old school, very good. Put you on the winning list, there you go. And then we're gonna go to the toaster. For the toaster we have Creations by Chris, Berkelmere, Almas, Raf, Redbeard, who? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me know which one you like the most. We got 2 red ones, 1 orange, 1 blue, 1 chromey. Alright, we have 1 vote for Redbeard who? 1 vote for Almas, 2 for Redbeard. Two for Almas. 1 for Raf. Another 1 for Almas, so 3 for Almas, 2 for Redbeard, 2 for Raf. Oh, someone okay, we have 1 for Berkelmere. So let me recount. We have 1, 2 for Redbeard, we have 1, 2 for Almas, we have 1, 2 for Raf, and 1 for Berkelmere. In this case, between Raf, Almas and Redbeard, I'll have to vote. Between Redbeard, Raf and Almas, those 3. Let me see. This one doesn't have any bread. Those 2 have bread. This one has a cable. This one has These 2 don't have a cable. There we go. Yeah, Raf also, his toaster is a little bit too small though. You know what? crazy or not, I'm gonna go for Redbeard Who. I just like, you know, he does something crazy, Space Toaster, because why not? At least this toaster has a cable on it, and is space, why not? Let's just do crazy. So congratulations Redbeard Who. And then we're gonna go to Spatula. And Spatula, we have one of Outmind, we have one of Berkelmere, we have one of Ninja Raccoon, we have Creation by Chris, Ray Studio, Kyrie, Ruff. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, a lot of them. Let me know which one you like the most. We have one vote for Creations by Chris. This one, very good. One for Tyree. This one, the most simplistic one. One for Outmind. Which will be this one, the All Great Lord. Another one for Tyree, and one for Ruff. One for Berkelmere, one for Creation by Chris, so 2 for Creation by Chris and 2 for Tyree. Aye. If that is gonna be that, then it means it's a draw, and with a draw I have to pick the winner, and that's gonna be between Tyree and Creation by Chris. Now I could easily go for Creation by Chris because texturing is freaking amazing. I really love this hand painted texture. The material on this guy looks good. The only thing I absolutely don't like is how thin this part is down here. You are very good, and we all know that you are very good. You are amazing, absolutely. The color combination is on point. You just made a little mistake down here. For Tyree, so far I know Tyree is just a beginner. Alright. But his model does looks on point. There are no modeling errors in this guy. The material does what it needs to do. Simple background. But there are no errors at all in this guy. No errors at all. Alright. Only if this was on point. You already said you solidify. No, Subdivision screwed this up or something. You've admitted it. I freaking love the textures though. But I'm gonna give this, even though I freaking love this one, it's definitely one of my favorites. I'm gonna give it away to Tyree. Just because he is a beginner, but didn't make any mistakes in this one. So Tyree, congratulations on winning the Spatula. If Chris had his model perfectly on point, I wouldn't, how do you say that? I wouldn't, damn it, English. I wouldn't doubt for a second, there we go, that I would choose Creation by Chris. So yeah, very good. Did I save the stuff up? I hope so. Let me just take a look again. Yes, I saved it up. Okay, very good. Then we're gonna go to vacuum cleaner slash Roomba. The first one is of creations by Chris. Then we have one of Berkelmere. Then we have one of TARDIS Blue. Then we have one of Outmind. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 definitely no beginners. So which one do you like the most? Ah, another girl. Oh, that's fine. Welcome. I like that there are more and more girls joining up. I believe Dada is a girl too. Then we have one, which we haven't been hearing for a little while. I believe that this Pyro Code is also a girl. And there's probably one I'm missing that has been joining up too. That's also a girl. Very good. Alright, let's see. We have one for Berkelmere, we have one for Outmind. Creation by Chris. Outmind. And one for Bet. Who is Bet? I think Bet should be Berkelmere. Alright, let me see. You have one for Berkelmere, 2 for Berkelmere, 2 for Berkelmere, 2 for creation by Chris, 1 for Outmind, 2 for Outmind, 1 for TARDIS. A little confusing when people use different names. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh god. Let me see there. Berkelmere, Outmind, creation by Chris. Those are the 3 that have a draw. So I have to choose between creation by Chris, Berkelmere, and Outmind. Animations are fun. I mean, it does what it needs to do. It's only a shame that the transparency doesn't show like the thing rumbling in there. Then again, it just looks like a simple box scaled down with an entrance in it. Even though I like the animation being very smooth. This thing is more of a sci-fi type of deal. I don't know what is with Berkelmere and his strange type of backgrounds though. I do like the creativity on this guy. And yeah, this one looks just stunning. I really freaking love the material on this guy. It is a realistic model though. TARDIS just says he's over 45 minutes. Okay, thank you for mentioning it. I forget it sometimes. Well, extra points for animation. Yeah, it does get points for animation being smooth and that kind of stuff. I only find the model a little bit too simple. It's a missed opportunity to make this thing go around in here. Make the transparency doing its job though. I'm gonna choose between those two. Between creation by Chris and Berkelmere. I just freaking love this model. I freaking love the green type of deal in here. I'm only not sure if this hose pipe is correct, as in the material on it. I'm not quite sure though. But anything else looks absolutely stunning. And this guy, I appreciate the creativity though. Very sci-fi. I have to choose between sci-fi and realistic model. Aye. Why do you guys make me do this? I really dislike to choose a winner. They're both very good. You know what doesn't help? The fact that green is my favorite color though. I really love this material though. Oh yeah, we can do that by the way. I'll let you guys vote. That's throughout mine. Very good. You guys have to choose between Berkelmere or Creations by Chris. So drop it down there. Let me know which one do you like. I forgot about that. So recount. Are you gonna go for Berkelmere? Are you gonna go for Creations by Chris? Should have done that earlier. Alright, we have 1 vote for Creations by Chris, 2 votes for Creations by Chris, 1 for Berkelmere. Another 1 for Chris, so that's 3 for Chris, 1 for Berkelmere. Any more? Another 1 for Creation by Chris. That is 4 again, 1. If there are 3 more people for Berkelmere, not sure. 4 against 1 is 5. Any more people? Doesn't seem like anyone want to say something. Very good. Makes it more easy for me. In this case, the winner is Creation by Chris. So congratulations on winning with the vacuum cleaner. Definitely deserve it. And then we're gonna go to Waffle Maker, and for the Waffle Maker we have Berkelmere, we have Outmind, we have Creation by Chris, and those 3. Let me know which one you like the most. Two for Creation by Chris, 1 for Outmind. One for Berkelmere. Another 1 for Outmind. So that's 1, 2, and 2. And another 1 for Outmind. Very good. Okay, no more votes. And in this case, the winner will be, excuse me, Outmind. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Okay. Oh boy, my throat is getting dry. Okay, so Outmind, congratulations on winning the waffle. And then we're gonna go to the last one, which will be kitchen weight scale. And for kitchen weight scale, we're going to have one of Outmind, one for Berkelmere, one for Creation by Chris. Johnny says soda's bad for you. Well, this is just water with bubbles. Or at least I don't drink sugary soda. Which one do you like the most? Alright, I see one for Creation by Chris, one for Outmind, a second one for Creation by Chris, one for Berkelmere. You guys gotta go for a cheap but good looking futuristic type of weight scale. You guys gonna go for a historical type of weight scale or for a $1 million kitchen scale with a lot of decorations and type of stuff? Alright, we have another one for Berkelmere and another one for Creations by Chris. So that means 3 for Creations by Chris, 2 for Berkelmere, and 1 for Outmind. Four, 5, 6, 7 people. 7 people voted, 6 people are watching. Very good. Then in this case, 3 people voted for Creation by Chris. In this case, Creation by Chris, congratulations on winning the kitchen scale. That's your second win. Alright, these were amazing entries, very good. I'm going to first put in the new announcement of the upcoming week, which will be vegetables. And for today... for today it will be bell peppers. If you don't know what a bell pepper is, because it's English, type it into Google. I thought paprika is what it's called, you know, it's Dutch, but, you know, bell pepper. Good. Vegetable, yep. Gonna go vegan this week. We have to respect the vegans too. Why is my text file so big? Why the hell is my text file this big? Because I pressed numpad or something plus? I don't know. Very strange. It's going to be... My apologies. It's gonna be challenge number 426. So if you like, you can go ahead and join it up already. The only thing for me that is left to do is adding the winners to Gabit 3D Hall of Fame 30 minutes, and I will add in the winning points, of course. If you want to leave, that is fine. I'm thanking you a lot for joining up the competitions. For tomorrow there will be the extra competition with the team Western, so if you would like to join in still with something very simple, maybe a revolver or a cowboy hat or, you know, a little item, you're pretty much welcome. For the weekly it's going to be a medieval, there you go. So if you would like to make a medieval helmet or a sword or whatever, you are welcome to join in. Yeah, you're welcome to join in. If you have questions, you know, like, you can find the announcements here at the announcement, just read what it says. We have 30 minutes, weekly, extra, we have rules. Here we have where you need to enter them. If you have questions, there is an on-topic chat where you can always ask things. The first one is the coffee machine of TARDIS Blue. There you go. I don't know if you're in Gap 3D. Apparently not. And other U, like that. There you go. Then we have Burglar with the water cooker, kettle, a water heater for Erwin. Then we have the space toaster of Redbeard Who. Very good. And then we have spatula of Tyree, simple. But it does the job, also very good. Vacuum cleaner of Creation by Chris, in a lovely green metallic type of color, very good. Then we have the waffle maker of Outmind, also very good. And the last one is kitchen weight scale, the $1 million of Creation by Chris, very good. Thank you for Chris for being here. For everyone, thank you for being here. I always appreciate it a lot, and of course you do this for yourself and of course to have some fun with other people. Winners ranking. Alright, the first one, we have one of TARDIS Blue. 1 point for TARDIS Blue. Makes it up to a 9. Then we have 1 for Burglar 15. We have 1 for a Redbeard Who, which by the look of it is not in here just yet, so add in a new one, always do it on top. There you go. And we have 1 for Tyree, which is already in here, so very good. And put it on top. There you go. And first 1 for Outmind, makes it up to a 10. Haven't seen Block Creations for a while, haven't seen Pyraco for a while, haven't seen Iris Jack for a long while. And we have 2 for Creation by Chris, makes it up to an 8. Very good. And that is that. Alright, so yep. That is all that was left. Save it up, very good. Alright. 2 people new on the list here, that's always very good. Jack left WDSA. Okay. That's strange. Just left. Didn't say bye. Okay, I have nothing more to add. Maybe sooner or later we're going to have a new challenge upcoming. I'm just a little bit busy to drop stuff in between everything else. Just give me some time and things will be set sooner or later. So with that being said, if no one has something to say, I'm going to leave it with this. I'm going to close it off. Tomorrow will be the extra competition, same time, same channel. Unless there are lesser than 5 entries. So go ahead, make a revolver, make a cowboy hat, make a horse, make anything that belongs with the Wild West. And you can make some extra points, alright? Extra points. Think about it, extra points. You can be on top. Or well, at least one below the top with 3 points, so... Alright. Catch you guys later. Bye bye.